We go to chapter 3, opportunity cost. Yeah, the meaning of opportunity cost. It says when we decide to do one thing, we are deciding not to do something else. So, in as much as we decided to do one thing, it means we have made a decision not to do something else. That is what they are saying there. So, to ensure that we make the right decisions, it is important that we consider the alternatives, particularly the best alternative. So, because we are faced with making a decision, it is important for us to make the right decision. So how are we going to be able to make the right decision? We will only be able to make the right decision if we try to consider other alternatives that we have. So there are different alternatives. So when you are faced with making choices, you don't just decide at once. You think about these alternatives. How are they beneficial and how are they not beneficial? What are the advantages of choosing this? What are the disadvantages of taking this? You need to put them into consideration. Then opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the cost of the decision in terms of the best alternative given or to achieve it. So opportunity cost means you have taken a decision by giving up the alternatives available. So if you have A, B, C, and you choose A, it means B is the opportunity cost because B is the next alternative that is forgone. Do you get what opportunity cost is? C is not the opportunity cost, rather B, because B is the closest to what you are supposed to choose. But you've not chosen B because you consider choosing A. So you considered A. So the next that is not chosen is your opportunity cost. That's why we said opportunity cost is what? The next best alternative forgone. Is it clear? Any question about that? So, for example, so I think opportunity cost is clear there. So let's go down. Now, the influence of opportunity cost on decision making. Opportunity cost and consumer. When we talk about the influence, we're talking about those things that decide or determines why we choose that opportunity, that choice we made. Why we choose A instead of B. So what are those things? Yeah, they said influence of opportunity cost on decision making. Opportunity cost and consumers. That was the first one. Consumers are buyers and users of goods and services. We are all consumers. The vast majority of us cannot buy everything we like. You may, for example, have to choose with the economic dictionary to buy. You will probably consider a number of different ones, taking into account their prices. The choice will then tend to settle on two of them. You are likely to select the one with the widest and the most accurate informative coverage. The closer of the two dictionaries are in quality and price. The harder the choice will be. So, for consumers, because we are all consumers, we are faced with different choices. But when we have to make choices as consumers, we put into consideration two things: the quality of the product and the price of the product. Where we have problem is this: when we have two choices and those two choices have almost the same quality and the same price, it becomes difficult. That is when they said, the closer the two dictionaries are in quality and price, the harder the choice will be. So because we have chosen two, and we need to buy one out of these two, but both of them have almost the same quality and price. So we become restless. We wouldn't know which one to choose. That is the point they are making there. Is it clear? Yes. So for consumers, we put into consideration what influences our choice is quality and price. I think it's clear. That is for consumers. So in the exams, they might talk about the opportunity cost and the influence of opportunity cost to consumers. For consumers, the influence of opportunity cost is basically on the quality of the product and the price of the product. Consumers find it difficult to choose when the two alternatives they have are close in quality and price. I think it's clear. Now go to opportunity cost and workers. For workers, we're talking about labor, right? Undertaking one job involves an opportunity cost. People employed as teachers might also be able to work as civil servants. They need to carefully consider their preferences for the job available. This would be influenced by a number of factors, including the wage paid, chances of promotion, and the job satisfaction to be gained from each job. If the pay of the civil servants or the promotion or their working conditions improve, the opportunity cost of being a teacher will increase. It may even increase to the point where some teachers resign and become civil servants instead. So, for opportunity cost and workers, as workers, we have, okay, for example, as teachers. As a teacher, I could choose to teach in a private school or a public school. So if I've chosen to teach in a private school, it means I believe that the opportunities in the private school are much more than those in the public school. Do you get the point I'm making here? So there's an opportunity cost for me. I have chosen the private school. And the opportunity cost is what? The public school that I did not choose. If the conditions in the public school increases or improves, I might choose to resign from the private school and become a public school teacher. Do we get it? Yes. So the opportunity costs for workers are what? The terms and conditions at workplace, which might include the wages, job satisfaction, and the opportunities towards promotion. Is it clear? Opportunity costs and consumers are about what? Goods, the quality of the good, or the quality of the service, and the price of the good or the price of the service. The opportunity costs of workers are what? The terms and conditions at workplace, which might include the wage paid at a chosen job, the chances for promotion at a chosen job. Do you get it? And the opportunities that are available in terms of perks, in terms of what do we call it? In terms of different benefits that would arise choosing that job. Is it clear? So that is opportunity cost and workers. Opportunity cost and producers now. Producers have to decide what to make. If a farmer uses a field to grow sugar beets, he cannot keep cattle on that field. If a cow produces, yes, he can, because the cattle will finish it, they will eat it. So you can't have cattle and at the same time have sugar beet. So you can only have one of them as producers. If a car producer uses some of his factory space and workers to produce one model of car, he cannot use the same space and workers to make another model of car at the same time. So there's opportunity cost for producers too. As there's opportunity cost for consumers, there's opportunity cost for workers, there's also opportunity cost for producers. So if producers have to choose a product, it means they cannot at the same time produce another product using the same resources or the same workers. So as I am here right now, I can't be somewhere else. So me being here means the opportunity cost of not being in other places. So producers, they can't have this and have other things at the same time. They have to choose. They have to choose. Clear, right? So in deciding, how do producers take their decision? We said consumers take decisions based on quality and price. Workers take decisions based on the terms and conditions at workplace. Producers will take decisions based on what? The profit they could make. Let's check. He said in deciding what to produce, private sector firms would tend to choose the options which would give them the maximum profit. What is maximum profit? The highest profit that is available that could be made in that industry. That is maximum. The highest possible profit that the business could make. So private businesses would take and would choose would decide on what to produce based on the kind of product they could make that would allow them to generate maximum profits. Is it clear? That is producers and opportunity cost. Then go to opportunity cost and government. I think we know government, right? Yes. Government has to carefully consider its expenditures of tax revenue on various things. If it decides to spend more on education, the opportunity cost involved may be a reduced expenditure on healthcare. It could, of course, raise tax revenue in order to spend more on education. In this case, the opportunity cost will be put on the taxpayers to pay higher taxes. People may have to give up the opportunity to buy certain products or to save. So for government do not have money. Government revenue comes through tax revenue. So if government has to spend, if government decide to spend on education, the opportunity cost might be on healthcare. Government cannot spend the same amount of money on different things at the same time. It's not possible. So government will take decision. So whatever decisions they take, there's always what? An opportunity cost. Is it clear? So that is the point they are making there. So, and if at the same time government wants to spend more, or like government has spent more on healthcare, so government is unable to spend on education. If government now decides to spend on education, there's no available resources for that. Government might need to increase taxes. So the burden goes to the taxpayers. So they have to increase their taxes. Then the opportunity cost goes back to consumers. So they have to give up certain products, certain consumption, because their taxes have increased. Their taxes have increased. Do you get it? So it's either they stop buying or they stop saving. They have to choose. Do you get it? So this is opportunity cost and government. For government have to choose, have to decide on what to spend on. Because the amount of money that is available to them comes from the taxpayers, tax revenue. So if government has to spend on education, it might not be able to spend on healthcare. And if government decides to spend on healthcare, government might need to increase taxpayers' money. So that means the burden goes to the taxpayers. So this is what we call opportunity cost. Are they clear? Any question, please?
No.
So we go to economic goods and free goods. We talked about them yesterday anyway. So economic goods are what? That we have to make with resources. Free goods are goods that we don't use resources to make them. Any question, please? So we have questions now, right?
Yes, madam.
Multiple choice, okay. They said, what is meant by opportunity cost?
The best return to problem.
Thank you. A. Question 2. A person decides to go to the university for 3 years to study economics. If he had not gone, he would have taken up a job which would have paid him 15,000 a year. After he graduated, he expected to find a job paying him 40,000 a year. What is the opportunity cost of going to the university for him?
15,000.
A person decides to go to the university for 3 years.
Yeah.
So going to the university for 3 years, if he didn't go to the university for 3 years, he would have made more, he would have gotten a job that would pay him 15,000 a year. So they said, what is the opportunity cost of going to the university? Because he has gone to the university, he has to spend, he won't be able to make 15,000 yearly. So he would have lost 15,000 times 3. So the opportunity cost is the 45,000 that he won't be able to make for 3 years because he has chosen to go to the university. The answer is C. Clear, right?
Yes.
Question 3.
What are the
Characteristic of a free goods. Does a free good have opportunity cost? A free good, does it have opportunity cost?
No.
No, because it doesn't use resources. So it has no opportunity cost. So your focus should be on C and D. Do you get my point? Your focus should be on C and D. So a free good doesn't have opportunity cost.
No, it doesn't have.
And it does not use any resources to produce them. So the answer is what?
C.
Good. The answer is C. Question 4. On his birthday, Cameron received $200 from his aunt, 50 of which he decides to save. It's taken out by his father for lunch. His father pays the bill. Cameron spends the afternoon playing football. Which of these activities involves an opportunity cost?
Eating free lunch.
Eating the free lunch. I said he received $200 from his aunt, 50 of which he decides to save. He is taken out by his father for lunch. His father pays the bill. Cameron spends the afternoon playing football. Which of these activities involves an opportunity cost?
He's saving.
That means B.
B.
Why is it B? Eating free lunch. Is it an opportunity cost?
No.
Okay. Playing football, is it an opportunity cost? He was able to play football.
Yeah.
He was able to play football. He was able to take the lunch because it's that
So
paid
it's
for
A.
the, right?
So there's no opportunity cost.
$50 of which he decides to save.
Yes.
He saved.
Save.
B.
She saved, right?
Yes.
Yes. B.
He's saving an opportunity cost.
No.
Really?
It's not a opportunity
She
cost.
decided to save.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said he receives $200 from his aunt, $50 of which he decided to save it. Out of the 200, he decided to save $50.
So it is.
Is $50 an opportunity cost? It said, which of these activities involves an opportunity cost?
Not eating up. Not playing football is not an
It's-
opportunity cost.
He is taken out by his father for lunch.
Yes.
There's no opportunity cost because he went. His father pays the bill. There's no, yeah, he's taking out his father. There's no opportunity cost there.
Yes.
Kama spends the afternoon playing football.
There's no opportunity cost.
He was able to do everything.
Yes.
And the last thing is that he decided to save $50. He decided to save $50.
So it's an opportunity cost.
Yeah,
So it's B.
it's B.
Yeah, we said B.
Yes, we said B.
Good, thank you. It's B. Because he could have chosen to save $200. The answer is B.
What's the opportunity cost? Yeah.
So that's all about that. The rest are easy. So we're done with opportunity cost.
Production possibility.